we are going to start things off with Ladro's Diablo blend.
Okay.
It's our dark roast, and right now it's got it's a blend of Peruvian coffee. I like to say Peru coffee, but at the end I decided to say Peruvian. So there's some coffees from Peru in here, and also some coffee that we just got in from Guatemala. And this is a fair trade organic blend, so we're excited about that. And I'm going to be brewing up a French press. Because we find that I think that a coffee like this, it's roasted a little bit darker. A lot of those sort of like caramelization flavors and a lot of the sweetness comes out really nicely in a French press. So I'm going to grind up relatively coarse grind, and I'm going to check out. I'm going to show the beans really quick for people. Show the beans.
So that's the roast level there. Okay.
See the beans.
So a darker roast, but not like tar.
Right. Yeah.
Which we've seen that,
Yeah, our goal, I mean, it is a dark roast, and we're trying to satisfy people that appreciate a little bit more development, but we want to keep development in mind, so we want to not overdevelop the coffee. And so I think it satisfies a wide range of coffee drinker. So you will taste, coffee character, and these coffees in particular hold up really well. So the Guatemala has a lot of fruit sweetness in it. And even at this roast degree, you're not just going to taste roast. You'll taste some really nice coffee flavor.
All right, so we've got, how much did you put in?
There's some 34 grams of delicious and phenomenally fragrant Diablo in that little French press.
It does smell good.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
So 34 grams, so I'm going to do about 500 milliliters of water.
Okay.
So generally I go for about 65 grams of coffee per liter of water.
Okay.
Depending on the brew method, I adjust accordingly. And for coffee like this, the French press, I just decided to go slightly heavier. So I'm going to tear it back out and tear it out and then start my timer. And the nice thing about French press is that you can be less exact and less precise. However, it looks like I overestimated my my potential for filling this correct. So it's going to be a little stronger. It's 450 mils instead of 500. But what I'll do is after the 4 minutes, I'm going to break the crust and I like to treat my French press kind of like a cupping.
Oh, okay.
To make it a little bit cleaner. Find that if you break the crust and skim the remaining coffee grounds off the top and then let it settle for a little bit and then press really gently, it's more of I guess in some areas of the Nordic region, they do like a coffee steep. And it's more like that, I guess. I don't know. There's just not the intensity of pressing down on the screen that creates that sort of, I don't know, friction and got all kinds of fines running all over the place. So I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit.
Cool,
as
all
French
right.
presses go.
So we'll be back in a few minutes.
So here we are, a little over 4 minutes, and I'm just going to do a little... I'm going to get my nose in there because that's my personal preference, because aromas are beautiful in coffee. And there's my broken crust. Now I'm just going to skim some of that off. And some of my coffee grinds are just going to keep on migrating to the bottom. And I'm just going to get most of this off the top. And then I'll pour it out into this trusty Chemex next to me.
So you're not going to press it down at all?
No, that's right.
Okay.
I forgot about that step.
Oh, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I think I'm going to.
Okay.
I think it'll be better because of it. See, there's still some coffee grounds floating on the top there.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the stuff that we're going to press on down. Yes, nice, new, rigid.
Probably never been used.
Yeah. It's nice and gentle. And I think we're good. Okay. I'm just going to pour off a little in the front just because there were some coffee grounds that had caught up there. And look at that.
Wow.
Beautiful, succulent coffee brew.
It looks great. Hey, ladies, what are you doing over there? They're like, we're chatting.
Yeah, they're missing out.
And he's like, I'm texting important people.
I'm not.
And so just because I didn't quite fit enough water in, I'm going to add 50 mils here as my bypass.
Okay.
But that's a little, that's a pro maneuver. You guys don't need to worry about that.
A pro tip in the situation.
Pro tip, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait.
gorgeous.
That Diablo looks like it's really going to pack a punch.
Oh, Sam.
Wonderful turn of phrase, Sam.
So we're doing short pours just so that we can all taste more coffee after this. But by all means, there's more here if anybody wants.
Okay. Get in there, ladies.
Passing them out.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go, Coach.
Thanks.
Come on in.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So what are your thoughts?
Love the smell.
Yeah.
It smells like Caffe Ladro. I live across the street from
So we've prepped this, I guess most often we've drank it through the Technivorum. Yeah. So how does this cup differ from what you've experienced in the past?
This is a lot smoother than the Technivorum, that's for sure.
And I think that there's like more visible oils, more aroma.
I think it's tasty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's really tasty.
It's sweet.
It's definitely like, I think, well, we have a tendency, I think, to overdose.
We do.
We're total updosers.
This,
Yeah.
this one,
Overdose.
she's right
She's
here.
the main culprit over here.
Mm-hmm.
And she's created an overdosing culture.
It's true.
So you guys like strong coffee?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And is this strong enough?
It's rich and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Cat Light.
Exactly. Cool. All right. So that's the Diablo. Any other notes, you guys?
I do think it's sweeter and more caramely,
Mhm.
and doesn't have any bitterness at all. Not any whatsoever. It's delish.
I really didn't get the caramel in the drip, but you can really taste it in this prep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's definitely a lot sweeter.
Lots of dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. It definitely bittersweet, but not like more sweet than bitter, I would say.
Yeah.
Like a
Like a
cacao.
song from
Right.
the 80s.
Exactly. Yes. All right. So what's up next, Jared?
So next up, so this is, I would say this is like a crowd pleaser coffee for sure, and also definitely good for people that are considering trying new things, coming from the realm of Starbucks and Tully's and some of that stuff. You can move into trying like a local craft roaster with something like this. And so we're going to move on to another blend of ours, which is Ladro.
Okay.
It's what we use in our cafes as the espresso.
All right.
And it differs from Diablo in roast degree and roast profile. So it's a little bit lighter. So we'll get a little bit more coffee character out of it and a little bit less roast character. And the coffees that are in there right now, we have a nice Brazilian coffee and a little bit of Nicaraguan coffee.
Okay.
And I find that it's got less of this like heavy dark chocolate flavor, a little bit more milk chocolate, and a little bit more acidity. Acidity in a positive way. It's got a little bit of like a nice orange citrus flavor.
Okay.
But also is meant to be just really approachable, really smooth.
So I'd be okay meeting it in a dark alley.
I think so.
Okay.